The next game is probably the game of the week. You got a rematch of the Super Bowl, man. And allow me to take this time to say my Eagles did their thing, of course, smacked the Kansas City Chiefs in this game, 40-22 last year in the Super Bowl. Now, the thing about this isn't the Super Bowl. This is not, I mean, I guess you could say it's a revenge game. That's what you saw Baltimore kind of preaching when they played Buffalo going back into their week one. But there will be no Super Bowl rings handed out for this one. And I think that's a good thing for both teams, actually. The Eagles maybe got caught up in a little bit of the pump and circumstance going against the Cowboys on opening night. That's always an interesting game to kind of see how teams will play that out, man. They had a weather delay, so that was a little weird as well. Those opening night games always seem to be a little uneven. You're, like I said, celebrating what happened last season is kind of the last bit of that. And then you're trying to get your season going. And you got a team usually that's either a division rival or somebody who wants to ruin all of that for you. And the Cowboys did try to play spoiler. They were able to do that. But I'll give my Eagles a pass. They also didn't play with Jalen Carter. Jalen will be back for this game. He dodged the suspension. He, I guess, has a retroactive suspension. They said since he didn't make a snap in that game, they're counting that as a suspension. And he was fined as well for spitting on Dak Prescott. Now, the Chiefs also have a bit of a conundrum. They went to Brazil and proceeded to get beaten pretty easily, I would say, or surprisingly anyway, by Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, the best thing that probably happened to the Chargers was they didn't have to play at home because usually they don't really have a real home field advantage. So it was a situation where you're playing way down in Brazil. It's a Friday night. Is this just a situation where the Chiefs kind of got caught slipping? Who knows, man? For the first time in, I think, the maybe last 8 years or so, they sit in last place right now in the AFC West. And this is a team who continues to win that division, whether it's Alex Smith or Patrick Mahomes or whoever's at the helm. Andy Reid-led Kansas City team is usually the best team in the AFC West. It can get late early, Now, we saw them kind of playing a lot of one-score games and pull them out. They had the record for the most wins in a row for one-score games. I think it was 17 and 14 of them maybe last year, or 11 or some kind of crazy number. I don't have those stats right in front of me. But that being said, they lose a one-score game right out of the gate this year. So how do you bounce back from that if you're the Chiefs? You get a home game, maybe you get some motivation against the Eagles, but I'll be 100% unbiased in this and saying I don't think the Chiefs will get off the mat just yet, man. I got my Eagles winning this one 33-28. I think the Eagles have something to prove. I think Jalen Carter wants something to prove. I also think they kind of feel like, hey, they may have the Chiefs